Hey guys, Devlin Hessler's here, competitive bodybuilder, coach, and personal trainer over here at Gym in the North. This is my intro to bodybuilding. So today we have for you a lower body workout. To start the lower body workout, we are going with a single leg lying leg curl. Set up for this, you lay down onto the bench the same way that you would for a standard leg curl, but then you just shift your body just slightly to the one side, having your working leg, the foot, right in the center of the leg pad, the other one off hanging to the side. Just transitioning between from the one side to the next. I shift my body back into the center, I get my right leg up on there second, shift that to the center, left leg hanging out, pull all the way out. Make sure with these, just like with the standard leg curl, you're not going to a full extension and you're not hammering through from the bottom. It'll be mostly calves if you just go heavy power right from the start. The main point of this is to try to contract the hamstring as tight as you can up at the top. For the next exercise, we're going from one hamstring exercise straight to another with a barbell stiff-legged deadlift. The rep starts from the top. To get the bar off the ground, I do set up like almost as if it is a standard deadlift. I get the bar all the way up, and then from there, I set my feet. I like to use a slightly more narrow foot stance with my legs relatively straight. Now note, my knees are not fully locked out. That isn't very safe to be able to do, but I do have them holding stiff as much as I can. To start the exercise, I do start with breaking at the hips, and I try to keep my chest up as my back stays flat. If at any point your lower back starts to round, you're going beyond your range of motion. Find out what is best for you and stick with that. With these, just like a lot of the other exercises through all this intro of bodybuilding, we are doing 3/4 reps here because again, at the very top, there's no more tension on the hamstring or the glutes. Next we have everybody's favorite, the Bulgarian split squats. So with these, I recommend having one dumbbell in each hand if you're strong enough to do so. If not, you're gonna wanna use one dumbbell in your contralateral hand, to the leg that you're working. Which means if you're working your left leg and your right leg is up, you want the dumbbell in your right hand to try to make sure that your hips stay relatively square. While using both dumbbells, you wanna make sure that your hips are square, and the goal for this exercise is to actually try to hit a little bit more glutes than quads. Today, for me, with trying to hit the glutes, what I'm going to be doing is I'm making sure that my knee stays directly above my heel, and my body actually moves downwards and at an angle diagonal towards my lifted foot. This allows for more flexion at the hip joint, which allows for more glutes. If you wanted to switch this and make it more of a quad exercise than a glute exercise, what you would do is you would bring your heel in on the working leg slightly more, and you would make sure you get more flexion in the knee joint, and then that would create more quads. Next, we're moving over to the Smith machine for a Smith machine back squat. With these, I'm having my feet relatively narrow and just within about maybe 1 foot in front of my body. My goal for these is to hit mostly quads. In order to hit mostly quads, I am making sure that when I get down to the full range of motion, that I have as much bend in my knees as possible. This is going to allow for maximum quad engagement. And a lower body workout just wouldn't be the same if we didn't have something calves in there. So our next exercise is standing calf machine. When performing this exercise, you want to make sure that you do have the pads set at the proper height so that you can get a really good stretch in your calf at the bottom of each rep. And I want you to hold a tight contraction at the top for a 1 second count. Now, if you have some very stubborn calves, what I would actually recommend for you is to move this exercise to the very beginning of your workout. Reason being for that most people have small calves is they always save them rather for the last workout, or they don't really have a lot of emphasis left to put into that exercise. Moving calf raises to the start of your workout will allow for you to be more recovered for that so that you can have more input to maybe grow those calves into something nice that your mom would be proud of. And to finalize our lower body workout, what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna finish up with some abs. So one of my favorite ab exercises is the stability ball crunch. The reason I like doing these on the stability ball is when I'm on my back on the ground, you don't really get a good solid stretch in your abdomen. With these, I like to sit on the ball first. I pull my feet forward as I roll onto the ball. I make sure that a little bit of my weight is still forward so that I'm not gonna fall off to the sides or to the back. I get a solid stretch as I lean back with my arms on my chest, and I try to fold directly in half right in the center of my ab line. That's all that we have for today's lower body workout and the introduction to bodybuilding. Find me in the next video for nutrition and other bodybuilding tips.